Hello and welcome. This is Reuben here with another friendly match of Custom Standard, a rotating format using custom magic cards. And today I am up against Zarepath. I'm going to be playing Black Red Phantom, and we'll see what my opponent's playing. I'll just wish them good luck. Oops. Anyway, so Black Red Phantom is a deck based around is that aggro, though sometimes can play mid-range, deck that plays a card called Phantom Walker, which is a vehicle, and it's a vehicle that can be crewed by the corpses of your creatures. We actually have it in our opening hand here, so it's a this is an out-of-date image, but it is a 5/4 menace. For 2 mana with crew free, and you may exile a creature card from your graveyard rather than paying its crew cost. So the whole deck is based around a bunch of cards with free power, or cards that kind of sacrifice themselves to go to the graveyard and to keep the Phantom Walker going. It's also got a bit of a grindy element, some discards, planeswalkers, etc. But often bearing on the aggressive tilt. I will keep this hand, I believe. Got free lands. Yeah. Got nice like Phantom Walker into like Tempered Ankylem to get off lots of damage. This will be good. We're going to start off with a Shadowed Pillars. And we'll just crack that immediately. We'll have to see what our opponent is playing. Hidden Harbour, so they've got blue-green land of some description. We're going to go into another Shadowed Pillar, tap 2, get out the Phantom Walker, and let's go. So blue-green, I'm not super worried. Okay, but they've got white-black as well. This is a 4-color or 5-color aggro deck, but they're not playing aggro, so... Oh, so Hidden Harbour is white-black. This is white-black. They could have a lot of removal that can actually interact with Phantom Walker, which is a little bit of a concern. But I don't have to play around counter spells. Okay. We'll see how this goes. So we're going to just get off to a very aggressive start here with Tempered Ankylem. Has ETB, opponent loses 3 life. Yep. And then we can immediately crew Phantom Walker, and attack wheel 5/4 menace. See if they've got any response to this. If they do play like a Wander the Unknown to exile it, nope, they do not have it. Okay, so we just get 8 damage in on turn 3. Perfect. And so I don't really care if they kill the Tempered Ankylem because we can use the dead creatures to crew the Phantom Walker. And I have cards like Deadeye Shinobi that have some artifact synergies. Nomad Wandering. If an opponent controls more lands than you, you can search your library of planes card, put on the battlefield tap, then draw a card. Okay. Sort of white ramp. Interesting. But yeah, so Deadeye Shinobi can sacrifice an artifact and is itself an artifact to deal 3 damage to a target. And the interesting thing with this card is you can play it, tap it in response to its own ETB to crew the Phantom Walker and then deal 3 damage to something, and then its corpse in the graveyard acts as a second crew trigger, which is very spicy. Boomkeg Grunner likewise is an aggressive card that can sacrifice itself to get in that all-important face burn. I actually, so like while Deadeye, oh actually we're going to play Mana Confidant, so we actually have 4 mana to work with here. So I play Corporate Confidant to crew with its free power, and then Hunter Seeker, as this is a card that can kind of run away with the game by having Menace and then getting like equipment tokens attached to it that give it +1/+1 every time you attack. But it's 1 mana up. I'm not really afraid of 1 mana. So if we do that, Yeah, the other more like explosive play is like Deadeye Shinobi to deal 3 face damage, plus another 3 from Anklim, taking them to 6, and then Goblin Boomkeg that take them to 1. So that'd be 1, and I'd have Boomkeg on in the field. Huh. Maybe that's just the play. Does leave me with a weaker board though. Thinking. So it's basically, am I afraid of like board wipes here, I guess? If they board wipe my, because I'm getting into for 8 no matter what. It's basically, do I want to leave them at 3 life, or do I want to have both the Corporate Confidant and the Hunter Seeker out? If they kill those, doesn't matter, because Phantom Walker would kill them, and I can Boomkeg and Shinobi at the same time. Yeah, because I'm keeping the Boomkeg in hand at that point. Okay, we're going to go with that. We'll do 1 damage myself with Confluence, but it's okay. So we're going to go Copper Confidant. We're going to tap it to Crew. We're going to hit for 8. Yep, just takes it. Excellent. And then we're going to go with the Hunter Seeker. And this should basically be game. They board wipe here. We crew with the corpses, and then they're nothing. Cool. So you can see the aggressive power of Phantom Walker in that game. But our opponent still don't really know what they're playing. So, White-Black does tend to have a lot of life gain. So I'm wondering if I bring in Curse of Bleeding. Let's put in 2 Curses of Bleeding. And take out a Boomkeg Runner. But we'll know more once we actually see what their deck is playing. So this is basically just a guess that they've got some life gain. Which our deck does. Basically, if our deck gets slowed down a lot, like we don't have a ton of ability to grind outside our Planeswalkers, our deck gets utterly crushed by by Piffing Needle, which is pretty unfortunate, but that's okay. I need to put some like D artifact cards in the sideboard. We're gonna go to draw for this initial 7 hand. This seems very slow. Like Curse of Bleeding, Planeswalker. Okay, let's do it. Our opponent milled to 5, so we'll keep this. So because of patches, we can like really punish their mill to 5 by starting making discard cards when they already have a small hand size. And they're playing Despise. Choose a creature or Planeswalker card. Okay. Huh. Yeah, we'll reveal hand to... And they're probably going to take patches. Yep, they take patches. Because patches really punishes their small opening hand, especially when they're playing cheap cards too. Okay, we did get the Hunter Seeker. We got pretty lucky there. So we're just going to go Vacated Bar. Now, tap land. I guess it's a question like, do we Curse of Bleeding? Do we even bother Curse of Bleeding if like our opponent knows we have Curse of Bleeding now? Yeah, I think we just put the pressure on the Hunter Seeker. Duress. I'll be interested to see what they take actually. The reveal hand. Because they can't take the Hunter Seeker, which is like our best card here. So it's either they're taking the Shallow Nile or they can Curse. They'll tell us a lot about like what they're worried about. If they don't take the curse, it means yeah, they're taking shell now. Ugh, rough. It means they're not super worried about life gain, which I'm not super happy about. Oh, but we did get the Phantom Walker. Okay, this is fine. Now I'm actually normally I play the Phantom Walker out first, but I'm actually going to play the Hunter Seeker so they can arm itself, so they can then crew the Phantom Walker. It's a little slower, but it means we get the snowball off with Hunter Seeker. Is that correct? Or should I assume we're going to draw into something that can crew Phantom Walker? Interesting. Let's go with Hunter Seeker, but I'm not sure this is the correct play. This just provides a lot of pressure. If they duress us, though, I will be very unhappy. All I see now duress and like ramp cards, so not really sure what this is. Is some sort of white black control? Oh, it's a Trickster deck. Okay. Definitely want the Curse of Bleeding. So Trickster is a card that you can start exiling instant sorcery cards from your graveyard to drain opponents for 2, and it has an instant 2/2 lifelinker. Yeah, I'm really glad that we did everything in the order that we're doing it in, because now it means I can go Curse of Bleeding and just hit them for Hunter Seeker, and then their lifelink is useless. This is, well, if I'd played Phantom, I'd need to play something to crew the Phantom, which means I couldn't play the Curse of Bleeding this turn. So Curse of Bleeding, flash, opponent can't gain life, they lose 2 life. I always forget this has flash, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, hitting them for 2. We're going to get a, let's say a Katana. This just gives +1/+1, attaches. Cool. I'll leave that there. So that's a 2/1 menace, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you arm it. Okay, no attacks because lifelink doesn't work, so they don't slow me down at all. By doing that, I could Eli, but I think I actually want to just Minister of Zealots plus Walker. Start putting on even more pressure. Got 3 mana up. I mean, Eli is probably pretty good against their deck, but they only probably have Trickster. No, we want to get the Phantom Walker out. So Minister. See if they have any response to that. Okay. Excellent. Go to start a combat, create a cleric, and attack with the cleric because their lifelink doesn't matter. Take 3. Oh no, they're gonna wander. Haha. Okay, so they wanted this. So we're actually going to get another land. This dies. We get to search our library for a land card, put into the battlefield tapped. And now they're going to be really sad because we're going to play a Phantom Walker and they're not going to be able to wander it. But that was kind of part of the pressure that Hunter Seeker provided. It cleared the way for the Phantom Walker. Excellent. Eli comes down. Okay, so we are going to have a bit of an Eli war. I'm going to have to kill Eli with the Phantom Walker. But then play my own Eli, and I think that's fine. because Eli can exile creatures or planeswalkers that were dealt damage this turn, which they can't hit the walker, but if I play my own Eli, they can hit that. So what I want to do is I want to equip the Minister with the Katana, so it has free power. Create the create the Cleric. Yeah, shit. I'm just wondering if there's a way I can like deal 1 damage to Eli and then use my own -2, but then I get attacked by Trickster, so I think I just hit it with the Walker, even though it slows me down a bit. We're out resourcing them anyway. Yep. So we'll attach. Things free to. We're gonna tap to make this a 5/4. Still don't have any creatures in our graveyard because they're all planeswalkers, which is rough. We're gonna start combat and create a Cleric. I guess both of them can attack Eli. Sure, Cleric dies. Doesn't matter. And now, on main phase 2, I get to play Eli. And then +1, getting a bullet token. Could have -2 to kill the Trickster, because it did actually block the Cleric, but I'm not so sure that's what I want. Oh, apologies for that. One moment, I'm getting pings. Let's see if I can turn that off. Okay, I think I fixed that. So just plays a swamp and passes. Okay, I think I'm in a pretty good position here. My opponent's life total isn't that low, but just the Curse of Bleeding means they can't use Trickster to stabilize, and I now have Eli down to really start hurting them. Yep, so we're going to go ankle him. You can see how like everything's got free power here. Deals free to them. And then we will start combat, getting the Cleric token. If they block the Cleric token, I will ping them with a bullet. And if they kill the Minister, if they trade with the Minister, that's fine because I get to keep the Cleric. They will trade with the Minister. Okay, so they'll take 6. Oh, they have a. Oh, they're just using Trickster's Spellbound, which they do not gain life from. No problem. Yep. So they take 6. Do they take 6? One second. Take 6? Yeah, there we go. Cool. Making me a bit worried for it there for a second. Yeah, so we'll just equip this Katana to the Cleric. Okay, yep, that forces them to use their bullet, which is fine. We will make another bullet and pass it in. Yeah, we have this pretty locked down now. And also the Zealot that dies will now be fuel for our Phantom Walker. Info dump. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put 2 into your hand, and the rest in your graveyard. You lose 2 life. Yeah. Okay. So that's GG. Unless they can find a 1 mana kill spell. We've got 2 damage on board via the bullets. We've got 3 damage with the anklet. Yeah, and that's game. Okay. So yeah, you saw how like the deck can definitely grind. Grind down the opponent a little bit. I think it was definitely a mistake for them to not take the Curse of Bleeding there, because like Charlotte is a really powerful card, the Planeswalker, but their deck relies so heavily on being able. They would have gained 8+ life just from the Trickster, if not more, if they like maneuvered to keep it around even longer. That just would have, been. I don't know. It's a tough decision. But this was custom standard. This is me, Reuben, versus Zarepath, and yeah, that was an interesting match. Thank you for joining me, and if you're interested in the format, if you want to play yourself, this is custom standard. It's a format made of the highest quality custom Magic sets, and it's a rotating constructed format, and you can find links and resources in the description of the video. Okay, see you next time.